Hey, this is MongoSlade. All content here is covered under fair use. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit a like if you like what you hear. And share it if you dare. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So, this video is going to be about Rusev and his creative frustrations. More specifically about the failure for WWE to capitalize on Rusev Day. On the WWE's ability to capitalize on Rusev Day. Now, I'm going to read this is from Fightful. This is a transcript of his Rusev interview with the Ryback on the Ryback show. I'm going to skip all of the editorializing and go straight to what Rusev, what Rusev said. So, actually, I need to, for some context, let's add some of the editorializing. Appearing on the Ryback show, Rusev discussed wanting to become a diverse performer in WWE, similar to Kurt Angle, who could switch from comedy act to wrestling machine, and people still bought into the character. Rusev wondered why he couldn't do the same thing. So then we go into the Rusev quotes. Why can't I do that? Why can't I show my personality backstage? Why can't I go in the ring and do what I do? Then I was told, don't look at the people, don't smile, don't do this. Really? Everything I'm doing, it seems the people are liking it. Why am I getting over and you're telling me to do the opposite? I don't understand. I had a conversation with Vince and he told me that with Rusev Day, they were just mocking me. They didn't mean it. Rusev continued. Rusev Day was going on. There was no way the office didn't notice because it was before, after, during the show. It was everywhere. I always felt defeated because what was I doing it for? It was all competition, and finally, I got to a point of, wow, we're doing something right. There's no way it wasn't noticed. The first meeting was, they're fucking with you. They don't mean what they're saying. I respect and listen because I always want to listen from Vince. He had everybody on his side. In my mind, I knew it wasn't true. They started putting my segments early so the Rusev Day chance would go away. I was not even supposed to be on WrestleMania, the year I lost to Jinder. I was not on TV for 3 weeks. I'm sitting backstage all night and listening to people chant Rusev Day. I went to one of the writers and I'm like, this is not right. This is the first time I yelled at a writer and I felt bad. He was like, we don't know what to do. What do you mean you don't know what to do? Just listen. They'll tell you what to do. They're shoving me down and I don't understand why. What am I fighting for? I did everything, right? I just went to acting classes. I started working on my body. I did all the extra stuff. I was just defeated. When Vince said the second time, they're fucking with you, I said, Vince, we have sold out all of our merchandise. What do you mean? The shirt is sold out. Well, maybe they didn't make enough. Oh, God. I tried to make it through this without laughing or editorializing or adding stuff. But that is the most asshole answer that I think I've ever seen anybody get from Vince McMahon. He must have pissed Vince off and didn't. And he's omitting that part because that's an asshole. That is an asshole answer. God damn. Oh my God. Oh, holy fucking shit. Maybe we didn't make enough shirts. Maybe we only made like 5 and you sold out of them. Oh, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Hold on. Oh, God. They didn't make enough shirts. That's why it sold out. Not because we're doing good. Really? Then they don't know what to do. Good guy or bad guy. Come on, man. I would say, what am I doing? What am I giving everything I had? I understand it's my dream, but gosh darn. Thank God I did good with my investments. I don't need to work there at all. My wife works there. She is happy. She good. Good for her. I am done. Okay. So I actually like Rusev. I'm a big fan of Rusev. So I'm not gonna defend Vince McMahon on this one. Rusev was the kind of guy Vince McMahon really should have pushed. I think the only problem, if I had to try to put myself in the Vince McMahon seat, it would be that the Rusev Day chants were fucking annoying. And when people have annoying chants, they do kind of they do drag their feet on pushing the guy, because they did it with Zack Ryder. They did it with, it's happened before where a guy gets fucking annoying and people are just kind of like, ugh, I don't want to hear any more about this shit. We need to kill this, and and to be quite honest, it's not like they didn't capitalize on Rusev Day. They did put him in some prime spots. He did get a title shot against AJ Styles at Extreme Rules 2018. So it wasn't like he was just thrown in the blender and nobody cared. But they did put the screws to him too, because almost immediately after the Extreme Rules match, where he lost to AJ Styles in the WWE for the WWE Championship, they did break up the Rusev Day act, where they did the thing where Aiden English supposedly was trying to fuck Lana or something stupid like that. Like, Rusev's whole career is just Lana. Okay, that's really the problem. Is when Rusev was doing really good as the bad guy Russian heel, they did some shit with Lana and it kind of fucked his whole momentum up. And then him and Lana got married or something like that during the middle of their storyline, and that kind of got some heat on him because he broke kayfabe and all that shit. And then, which I don't understand why that was a problem, because kayfabe is fucking dead. I mean, kayfabe is the deadest motherfucker. It's like trying to find out like the Eve, the first African woman is dead. It's like, yes, obviously this shit is dead. Kayfabe is fucking dead, and it was really dead in like 2015 when this happened. So, but they still got a bunch of fucking heat on them. More heat on Rusev than Lana, if we're being honest. And they moved Lana over to kissing on Dolph Ziggler. I don't even know what that was about. But I do remember it being fucking funny when Rusev was calling Lana a dead fish. I thought that shit was fucking great. Now, I was sort of okay with Rusev as the pretty plain Russian heel. I was okay with that. When they started doing the Rusev Lana stuff and he was making fun of Lana, I was like, this shit is great. Because I can see, like, they weren't taking it, like, the fans, and this was another part of the problem, is when they started doing this a little bit later, is that the fans started taking what they were doing seriously, as far as people were getting offended that, Lana would have storylines with other men, and they would get upset, like, you would get real tight-assed about it. Like, Lana was an actress before she came to WWE. I remember seeing Lana in an episode of Banshee, of the TV show Banshee. It used to come on, I think, Stars. Somebody probably remind me in the comment section below. I couldn't have been the only motherfucker watching the show. Cinemax. I think it might have been Cinemax. So I remember seeing Lana on an episode of that, and she was like a stripper or something like that. So she's like a actress and a dancer and all that type of stuff. But she is the one that WWE was really kind of interested in, if we're being honest. They weren't really all that interested in Rusev, but Rusev was great. He had a decent look. He projected. He came across. Did he come across like a star? For them, yes. If you look at, did Rusev come across as a star as of like Hulk Hogan or John Cena? No. But did he come across as a pretty big star for the spot that he was in? Yes, absolutely. But I do remember he got a WWE title match. He did run in a couple of really long storylines. He was given a lot of TV time. So it wasn't like Rusev was completely shit on. It's not like, Zack Ryder where they took him off TV, or, Mustafa Ali where they took him off TV for months and months. Rusev was there. He was doing different things. He was being entertaining. But, people started to really kind of turn on it because they had their personal feelings about what they were doing in the storyline. Like when they started doing the Lana and Lashley thing, it was, Heyman really kind of put some steam behind it. They really put some time into it. It was a good ongoing story, especially when Heyman first started in the WWE. It was a really good, really main event storyline, if we're being honest, because Lashley and Rusev was really kind of mixing it up, and they were doing like this really big soap opera, and it was a lot of focus on Rusev and Lana and Lashley at that point in time. But then you had people complain because it was a cuck storyline, and it was a stereotypical cuck storyline. That part about it I didn't like. But I liked all of the players. I liked Lana, as far as Lana being annoying on purpose. I liked Rusev being sort of the I don't give a fuck ex-husband who just kind of wanted to have fun and fuck with the new boyfriend or whatever. That was fun. And Lashley was great in his role as just sort of the bull who just kind of stood there and, I'm going to beat you up and then fuck your girl. That's pretty much it. But, was the storyline necessary? Probably not. But it's not like Rusev didn't get big spots. He got big spots. I remember him main eventing several episodes of SmackDown, especially when he had his feud with Shinsuke Nakamura, which I forget which, actually he didn't main event a pay-per-view. He main evented an episode of SmackDown, and I think they were on the kickoff of the Royal Rumble. I think that's when they traded the U.S. title. Because I think Rusev beat Nakamura for the U.S. title in like a 30-minute match on SmackDown. And then they had the rematch at the pre-show of the Royal Rumble, and Nakamura won the title back. And then I think they might have had a third match, but I don't remember. But that was in the 2018 area. Maybe not 2017, because I think Nakamura won the 2017 Royal Rumble. So I'm not so sure. It might have been 2018. So 2018 going into 2019. And then from 2019, there was a lot of the Rusev and Lana and Lashley stuff when Heyman came on. And then Rusev's been gone since April in 2020. And he hasn't done much of anything outside of, especially when Liv Morgan showed up. Because then Liv Morgan showed up and they kind of blew the whole storyline up. Because people started talking about the whole lesbian part of the angle, and they just dropped it. Because people were started complaining, and you can't do anything nice. But it's not like, Rusev didn't get a shot. He got the shot. He got more than most people who got over and they claimed they got buried. He was still in a top spot when he left. He was still featured, when he left. So I don't know what more they could have done, other than just put the fucking belt on him. And I don't know if that would have been a good idea, because part of what makes the fans really, really want a guy is when you tease and deny. That part kind of makes people want it even more, It's classic storytelling that you get a guy right there and then you pull him back. You get him right there, then you pull him back. This is what Vern Gagne used to do to Hulk Hogan. Now, eventually you do have to give it to him. That's just basic storytelling. You do kind of have to give it to him eventually. You can't keep teasing and keep teasing. So maybe that's why they didn't do it more than once. But they just, I think, ultimately, Rusev's downfall was Lana. Was not just him being overshadowed by Lana, but that Lana was sort of a heat magnet. As far as, I remember she was on Total Divas, she got kicked off the show, right? She got kicked off Total Divas, and then Rusev and Lana said they wanted their own show. And then, that didn't happen. At least I don't believe it happened. So it just started being like little shit here and there. And that seems to be why, they put the screws to Rusev, is because him and Lana kind of they were constantly sort of, even though they were entertaining and they were willing to do whatever the company wanted them to do, there was always some outside the ring shit that just kept affecting inside the ring shit. And I remember specifically Lana getting kicked off of Total Divas. As a matter of fact, since that was such an important point, I should probably look that up. So give me 1 second to look up what happened. Okay, so this was in 2019. This is when Lana got kicked off of Total Divas. So this is from Pro Wrestling Sheet. So Kevin Dunn told me that, this is Lana talking. Kevin Dunn told me that E executives took a poll and that we are strongly disliked by the demographic. They do not like us, and that I'm hated. We're hated, and that the E executives thought our stories were very slapstick and they were a strong no. I was shocked. I just sat there. It was like my WWE tryout all over again. I've gone through a lot of different range of emotions. I'll cry, but when I get hurt, I get really angry. That's how I deal with hurt. I get really angry. Like, who is this E executive? It's like I'm not liked, and one part of me is like, and I said that Mark Carrano and Kevin Dunn was there, and I said, maybe I'm not just not a likable person. I know I'm a good person, but maybe I have a boring personality because I'm just not liked. There are so many things in edit that I was royally screwed over, she claimed. I understand that when you sign up for reality TV, you have to be ready to be not perfect, and I was okay with that. So then Rusev responded, I'll make my own show. Once I get rejected from somewhere or whatnot, I'm moving on. Okay, so uh, this was the second time, maybe in 2 or 3 years, that Rusev and Lana had gotten like outside the ring heat, like the whole TMZ shit when they were doing the storyline with Dolph Ziggler, and then it was this, Lana getting kicked off of the show. But the crazy thing is, I think Lana was the one who actually got kicked off the show, and because she was the feature of the show, I guess, and I, and somehow I think this affected Rusev, and people have kind of forgotten that this happened because I have not seen anybody talk about it. This was in February 2019, so this was after Rusev got a title shot. So maybe I don't remember. I don't remember what exactly was going on with Rusev's career at the time in February 2019, but. I also don't know when this shit was recorded because I do not watch Total Divas at all. I'm not that much of a wrestling mark. So, but when people say what happened with Rusev, I think that it was the poison pill of Lana. I think that's what it was. I think that his career tanked with Lana. But it's kind of bizarre because Lana is still there. So that's like the worst thing about it is that maybe Lana's attitude, the way that she goes about things, fucked up Rusev's career, but Lana is still there, and Rusev got dropped. But it's not like it's the first time this has happened either. There have been plenty of guys in the wrestling business who have quit their job. Jerry King Lawler quit because his wife was being fired from WWE. Who was what was her name? Stacy, the cat. This is like in 2000. Lashley, he quit the WWE in 2000 and what was that? 2007, 2008, or something like that because his wife had gotten fired. Crystal Marshall, she had gotten fired from the WWE. There have been tons of guys, Melina and John Morrison. That history, Mike and Maria Bennett. It's been 100 different stories of guys who have gotten heat with the office because of some shit that their wife or girlfriend was doing. It's routine, so it is part Mark Merrow. Mark Merrow got overshadowed by Sable, and people was just enamored with Sable and not so much with Mark Merrow. So that's part of it. But I also think a big part of it was Lana being a fucking heat magnet, and it just affected Rusev's career. And it's fucked up because Rusev is fucking good. He could have been a contender. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I will talk to you guys later.